I'm a really hard-headed person, and I have a lot of willpower. And for most treatments or ways to sobriety, that's not a good thing at all. Um, but the good thing about that is that once I've sunk into it, like I did here, I'm really doing this. I'm really changing myself, and looking forward to basically becoming a sober adult. I haven't been sober my entire adulthood since I was 18, and using drugs, selling drugs, basically underachieving, using drugs as a way of me basically not seeing what I can do. You know, just setting that bar real low so I don't have to worry about trying new things. Um, I don't know. I'm just really excited to see what I can do sober. I'm really, really excited to do this, and thank you guys.
All right. Now I'd like to open up the floor for Ian's mother to speak for him. Let's help her up.
So I'm totally jet lagged, so I may fall asleep while I'm saying this. But Ian, this is your day, and I'm so proud that you actually achieved this. It's fantastic, and I know that you have the willpower and the determination to do well. And just know that there will be ups and downs, but the trajectory is going to be up. So I'm really confident that you are headstrong, you always wanted to do something great about yourself, and I believe you are there. You are at the beginning of this journey. So it has been a tough time for everybody, and in a way, Ian's addiction was like the new normal. So he has been addicted for, I think, since probably high school or middle school, high school, and it got worse and worse and worse. And he was taken to away from the high school into a different program, and it was just always very difficult. He would not go to school. He would skip school. He would ask for money and then use it for drugs. So it was really, really tough the whole time. And in February, I woke up in the middle of the night, and I live on the East Coast. I live in the Washington, D.C. area. And I realized, I said, I have to help Ian. I had to go and see how he's doing, because he was court mandated to do a long-term program. At the same time, he had been kicked out from 3 different programs. And so he didn't say anything to his probation officer or his lawyer. He was kind of freewheeling in San Francisco and doing whatever. And every day he was telling me, okay, this is the day I'm going to go to a center. And it never happened. So in the middle of the night, I woke up and said, I have to go and help him. So I took a plane the following morning very early, and I saw Ian, and I told him at one point, Ian, these were the toughest 3 days that I spent ever in my life. And he was really upset about that, because he, he was resisting me every single step of the way. He didn't want to go. He said that he had other things to do. He had to go to the dentist. He had to get something for his phone. I mean, every single thing, you know. And I really was boiling. And then he actually did drugs when we were in the same hotel room. And I really blew up. And I said, Ian, that is so disrespectful. And he got so upset. He just left in the middle of the night. And then he texted me, I'm an addict, why do you shame me? And I said, Ian, I didn't want to shame you, I just was shocked about your behavior. And he didn't show up until the afternoon of the following day. And I was toying with the idea, shall I just let it be and go back home? And I said, no, I have to stay here. I have to stay here for him. Um, and anyway, kicking and screaming, I was able to take him over here. And even at the very last, it got so late because he had to do all these other things. And we were about half a mile away from Elevate. And he took the steering wheel and he opened the door, he put his foot out and said, I'm not going. I'm just not going. And I said, okay, let's calm down. Then he wanted to go to a parking lot and call his friends or do something on his phone. So he was there forever. It was getting late. I felt totally trapped because my phone didn't work. There was no reception. And I just said, what am I doing here? You know, I'm afraid. I don't know what to do next. And then when Ian finally got back into the car, I said, okay, Ian, that's it. I came here, I trying to help. I know that I couldn't do it. So what I'm going to do now, we are going to drive back to San Francisco. I'm going to drop you off at the first street corner. And I know that you are very street savvy, that you're very bright. I drop you off with all of your luggage, and I wish you best of luck. I can't do anything about you. And at that point, he turned and he said, no, now I'm ready to go. Because first he always said, I'm pushing him to go. I'm making him do things. And I said, okay, I don't want to be involved anymore. That's it. And at that point, he turned and he said, okay, I'm going. So we drove here, and I could see that he had already changed. Because he was looking at this wonderful place, the atmosphere, you know, as other people were saying, you know, the cheerfulness of the place. And then I left him here, and I drove off, and then Cassidy, thank you Cassidy, she was so nice. She would talk to me every day about his progress, and there were a few hiccups, so I was really concerned that they would kick him out. But I really thank you so much for sticking with him. And I know that at one point there was a big turning point where he stopped making jokes, and nothing wrong with making jokes, but if you don't take the program seriously, then you're not ready for the program. So there was a big turning point, and from that point onwards, he was doing better and better and better. So I'm so proud of you, Ian, and for everybody, never give up on your loved ones, because there's going to be a turning point. They just have to be ready. So thank you, Ian, and I wish you all the wonderful things that you deserve in your life.